What's your go-to for fucking pancakes? Like, you like an IHOP or you like got a special spot? You like an
I don't know
IHOP
what
or
he's
you
talking
got
about.
a special spot?
No, I have special spots. But I always tell people, I have like 3 or 4 prime spots. Nichols Cafe and the Firehouse. Like there's a couple spots out there. I love Ray's buttermilk pancakes. But I go by IHOP. I ain't no fucking too good. Like IHOP is a great 5-stack of buttermilk pancakes. Let me tell you something. They're IHOP for a reason. They're house pancakes.
Right, they've been doing it forever.
Right.
Come on.
But I love a good stack of pancakes. God. All right, so let's go. Pancake time. Everybody do the pancake show.
That's a quote right there.
Might just have to do the pancake show with me and Mike. Flapjacks. How many flapjacks did it take before Big Mike would break? Good morning and welcome to the Hard Look Show.
Yeah.
I'm your host, Steve Lucky Luciano. With me is my co-host,
Chumahan, Bone, American Indian, Southern California, elegant barbarian, here to flip the jack again.
and the guy that makes the magic happen, old Blue Eyes himself.
Man, I can already taste the maple syrup.
Real maple
I
syrup.
can feel it, bro.
Well, you do a little bit of the log cabin, and you put that AAA out of the tree shit.
Right.
And it's the mixture of the two, bro, and that shit goes off.
Yeah.
And you got to put like one of those like little cups, but it's full of butter. Put the whole thing on there.
Wait, do you want wait. Do you want the fluffed up butter, or do you want it to be a little bit cold and hard, and then what's the best butter for pancakes?
Well,
It's got to be soft. It's got to be soft.
I don't know.
I like it to melt so that like the
whipped butter's good, because like before you can even put the flapjack back down, you spread it. It's already
yeah. It's
That's why you want the whipped butter.
Wait a second. So let me ask you this: on a strategy, what's your strategy on properly buttering a fucking?
Well, there's been times where I don't butter, and I ask them for no butter.
Really?
Wow.
Don't even put butter on the pancake. I don't want to have to go scoop it and put it somewhere. So there's times where I'll go no butter.
Riding dirty.
Just riding dirty, dog. Yeah, I don't need that butter. But when I'm feeling like I'm gonna really go in, I'll do the butter. And my technique is whatever they're bringing that's on the top, which is usually like a scoop of that whippy type butter.
Yeah, like ice cream
And
almost.
as soon as it comes, I gotta real quickly
It's a time.
hit the bottom of the layers quick, and I gotta try and smear it so evenly, so it's not all butter like straight down the middle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do know what
Then
you're
there's
saying.
no butter taste until you get to the middle. It's all soggy.
Right.
You gotta get that. But and I like a lot of syrup. People are like, God damn, you like your pancakes swimming. I go, God damn right. I want every bite dripping.
Right.
Yeah, what is the type of personality that's trying to put a minimal amount of syrup on
Fuck
the pancake?
that shit.
Have you ever ran into those people where they're like, I just need a dollop of fucking boo? I'm like, what? Then don't eat a pancake. Like, go get a salad, motherfucker. You're trying to eat healthy.
I was eating fucking pancakes the other day at fucking Dinah's with Vincent. I'm with my grandson. Now my grandson loves pancakes.
Of course.
So Vincent's like, we get a stack of pancakes. We get pancakes. We're all there. And I don't know, like, I'm eating, and I'm going to eat my pancakes after I eat my eggs. Vincent's got his pancakes. And I'm like, you need the syrup. And he's like, oh, I'll use this syrup right here. He goes, look at this, is sugar-free syrup. It was on the fucking, right? And I'm like, nah. I go, excuse me. And because I need it for mine anyways. And Vince's like, no, Dad, no, this is good. And he put it on, and I go, how does that shit taste? And he goes, tastes the same. He had that shit pouring all over it, and he was like, it's great. I was like, oh, hell no. Like, that's like trying to eat, like, calorie-free fucking ice cream. You know what I mean?
Like air.
You need that shit to be real.
What's your butter strategy?
Yeah, what's your strategy attacking the
butter eyes?
Similar to you, as soon as the thing comes, I gotta spread. I gotta like kind of make it liquefy over the bottom layer, right? And then put it on the top layer. But my thing is like I lift up that pancake and put like a lot of syrup on the bottom layer because I want it like super saturated, like on the bottom. Like I want it Yeah, I want it super. I want it almost like fall apart.
Right, you want
When
it
I-
saturated.
yeah.
The last bottom part. You
Yeah.
want all right,
The one on top, maybe the first one go around, have it kind of spongy and nice and fluffy. But that bottom
As
one,
you
it's
get
gotta
down
be-
there,
it's got to be gross.
it's got to be
fucking-
completely saturated.
Yeah, completely saturated.
Right.
You got to scoop it up to eat it.
Right.
Yeah.
Spoon.
Yeah.
It's like oatmeal. It's like syrup
But
oatmeal.
Right.
But let me just say one thing on the pancake thing is I make pancakes at home. Like
Okay.
Me too.
I like to make pancakes.
I always make them.
As I make my pancakes, everyone that I pull off the griddle,
Yeah.
I have the butter there, and I'm hitting it with the butter.
Yeah, right
so
away.
it's perfectly melted down on that
Right.
one. When I go do the next one,
Right.
it's perfectly so that butter is like evenly distributed
Right.
on each pancake.
It's actually
You
a
know?
very tough thing to do
Really?
at a restaurant to evenly distribute the butter.
It's because it's usually they bring it and it tears into the pancake,
Right.
right?
Right.
Because it's too hard.
Not only that, like, sometimes what I'll do is if they bring the hard one, and it's like cold, I like stab my fork, like the flat end, and then use it, like, you know what I mean? Like,
And you
wipe
soften it up.
Well, just the bottom. And then I whip it around the top one, whip it around the next one, whip it around the next one, whip it around the, but it's really hard to lift up 4 pancakes and then get that last one. It, like, usually fucks up.
Because sometimes it can start cracking and fall, and you're fucking it up. Yeah, I get you.
And so, but I'm the kind of guy. Now, this might be fucked up. Maybe it is. I'm the kind of guy, right? And my dad used to give me shit about it. I like I like at IHOP when they bring you like the rainbow flavors of syrup.
Oh,
Okay, I'll do the real one.
Fuck around.
all right.
Listen, hey, easy.
Me, I'm never.
Boysenberry and
that.
shit.
Yeah,
hell
no, I'll
no.
do that. I'll do the strawberry.
I would
Grape.
Never.
Yeah, I'll
Oh,
fucking.
hell no.
Hell yeah, bro. Yeah.
Fruit punch.
I see some like, little fucking 2-year-old kid sitting there with his mouth
Yeah.
completely purple. He's eating the fucking
Hey.
pancakes look black,
Hey.
right? They're like blacking out, like
I
Kool-Aid black.
promise
Right?
you do. Boysenberry,
Fuck.
raspberry. I'll try them all. I like them all. And
The
even
rack, the rainbow rack.
yep. And
Hey, can you bring me the flavors?
suicide.
Hey,
pancake.
my dad wants the flavor. Hey, my dad wants the flavors. It looks like they're doing
My dad was
goddamn fucking icy. One of those ice, like a snow
Yeah,
cone.
Slurpee,
fucking,
Slurpee.
like a snow
It's
cone.
a,
Yeah.
it's a rocket pop.
Yeah.
Rocket pop pancakes.
Right.
My dad would say the same thing. He's like, what's the matter with you? What are you, a fucking kid? And I'm like, I don't give a
Yeah,
shit. Give me
yeah.
the red, the blue.
I want the blue one.
I want the blue one.
Blueberry.
And even
Blueberry.
this would send my dad through the roof. I'd order the chocolate chip pancakes.
Yeah.
And my dad would be like, what the
People did that.
fuck's
Yeah,
wrong with you?
Yeah.
Jeez, are you a man or not?
Yeah.
You're not going to eat the chocolate chip
But
pancake.
that's fucked up because a lot of kids like the chocolate chip.
Yeah, but I'd be like a man eating chocolate chip pancakes. My dad would be, what's the matter with you?
Oh no.
Are you a man or a mouse?
Yeah. I don't think I'd be too happy if Vincent was eating chocolate chip.
And then he just pouring like chocolate syrup on
Nah,
it.
fuck. Yeah, I'd be like, what the fuck's the matter with you? Yeah, it's your son.
Be a
Yeah,
man.
be a fucking man.
You
Order
eat
some
real
fucking
syrup.
buttermilk. Yeah.
The sugar we have in here is pure. It's none of this chocolate shit.
I do like blueberry. I do like a few blueberries in my pancake. I'm down with blueberry.
Blueberry
pancakes.
pancakes.
They're bomb.
Have you ever had?
But why is it that with the waffle,
I don't
when
know.
they bring you a
don't know.
waffle, a lot of times they'll bring you the butter melted.
Oh, well, because a waffle situation's very fucked up because you got all those like squares. And so like if you don't, you could lose your entire butter on 4 squares. You just,
Well, true,
it grabs
but
hold of
I
so
think
much
that
butter.
if you've got the pouring the butter,
right. But if you pour it,
but how about it? But the pouring it on the pancake?
I don't get it, dude. Yeah, why not?
No,
pour it on
that's
the
not
cake?
gonna work.
No, it would work.
It would.
Absolutely. Why not? They
You
treat,
don't have to smear.
they treat the fucking waffle and the pancake like they're from 2 different
fucking
worlds.
Same thing,
On
man.
the waffle, you can have whipped cream. It's a fucking dessert.
Well,
It's a
at
good
IHOP they actually don't treat the pancake and the waffle differently
Well, that's why it's the international house.
because
brought
they
it
do
together.
the whole like
It's the UN of carbs.
cinnamon peach fucking cobbler fucking pancakes.
Upside down
Right,
German
dude, they do like
pancakes.
it's crazy. But anywhere else, no.
No.
It's, you see on the menu.
What is breakfast?
Places, it's a buttermilk pancake, short stack 2, full stack 5, and then below that you see like
guy's
the
got it
next
memorized.
Now he
two columns are like every
Jesus
kind
Christ.
of waffle. Every kind of Belgian truffle scramble, strawberry, peaches, and cream. Right?
Dude, this is the Bill Gates of pancakes. Don't you know that? This guy right here knows. This pancake theory you're listening to, you son of a bitch. That's right. No, you're 100%. And here's the other thing.
And if you didn't have a pancake, you might not have all those waffles if it wasn't for the pancake. Show some fucking respect to the pancake batter.
What's up with the fucking... And why do Belgians? Why is it a Belgian
Belgium.
waffle?
I don't even like a Belgium.
I don't even know what that
I like
is.
a South Central waffle.
It's a fucking Belgian.
I don't know.
Why is it a Belgian waffle?
Why? Because it's all like...
I don't even get it. Like, who thought of... Who? Listen. All right.
I actually think the Belgian waffle, I don't think those are real. I think Belgian waffles are different than what they're trying to sell you as a Belgian
Those are
waffle.
fake Belgian waffles?
No. The Belgian waffle's like this really thick, crispy, super crispy, like crunchy. I don't know, bro. I just think they're waffles, bro. Are Eggos fucking Belgium? No,
I
they're
mean,
fucking
Eggo's like a
waffles.
fucking piece of toast. That's what that is. That's just toast. And it's fine. If you're at home, you know, South Central, you don't got a whole thing. You fucking nothing wrong with
I
an
used to
Eggo.
fucking live on some buttermilk Eggos.
No problem,
Just
bro.
throw two in a toaster, throw
Shit,
a piece of
two.
bologna in between them. Get the fucking blueberry ones. Throw a fucking
That's a
bologna
McGriddle.
in. A McGriddle.
That was a
Except
McGriddle.
back then.
Proto McGriddle.
Proto McGriddle.
That's it. That's it, baby. I'll tell you something. Because the flapjacks or the pancakes make sense, right? I don't really know where it started, to be honest with you, right? But it's a logger thing. It's for loggers.
Hot cakes.
It's for loggers. It's like for guys
Lumberjack.
Yeah. That's why it's always called the lumberjack's hash. Or
Flapjack.
slam. Flapjack, lumberjack. Right? These guys, listen.
Wait.
No, listen. Lumberjack,
Lumberjack
flapjack,
and flapjack. They both have jack in them.
lumber flap. Listen,
These things all maybe
Maple.
sound like a... When you flip over a package, it gives you a little flap.
listen,
right?
let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Okay, look it. And this is serious shit.
Flapjack.
This is like serious. This is like on the Klondike.
A jack flap.
This is like pioneer.
Flapjack.
And lumberjack.
Okay, flapjack and lumberjack. Guys.
It's like pioneer.
Carjack.
Hijack.
Right.
The thing is like, I think, and I don't know this for certain, but think about this. Was there a pancake before there was maple syrup? Was there a pancake before there was maple syrup? Think about that.
I mean, that right there raises some definite
Questions.
because now let me ask you this.
Go ahead. I'll do it. Yes.
What I mean, were they? I don't know, bro. I don't know because you can certainly eat. I mean, you can certainly make syrup without fucking
Oh, when they did.
any of that shit.
Simple syrup. All that is
Well,
boiled
right,
up.
but you can make that fake maple syrup without any fucking.
Nah, but
syrup.
listen.
So,
But you need a maple.
Well,
You
you
need a
better find
maple.
out. Then it was the guys that were chopping down maple trees probably were somewhere closely related to the fucking buttermilk.
Indigenous peoples, listen, indigenous peoples living in northeastern North America were the first groups who have produced maple syrup. A lot of people don't know this, but the gift of the American Indians to the world was maple
syrup?
Yeah. And they made maple
awesome.
sugar. I mean,
Wow.
really think about this for a second, though, bro. Like, really, and actually, when I was growing up on the reservation, there was a children's book. There was a children's book about American Indian Halloween. And that there was a tribe in the Northeast that they would make the maple sugar. And then there would be one night a year that the Indian kids would go around to the different like lodges and knock on the door with a mask, and they would give them maple sugar. Like a trick or treat, but American Indian. I absolutely remember reading that children's book when I was a kid. Now, is it accurate? I don't know. But think about this. You would have to be somebody that lived outside for a long time with like a lot of time on your hands to be like, you know what? What do you think that sap on that tree tastes like? I mean, really think about that. Like, how does that happen?
And is that sap even taste sweet?
No, you gotta boil it down.
Yeah, I heard that it's like 3 or 4 cups or buckets.
Yeah.
Boiled down makes one.
It's like 300% something or whatever. Right? Exactly. And to get it to sugar, crystalled, right? I mean, I don't know what goes into making crack and meth, but I mean, we heard what's his name, fucking Diablo tell us about the pink one. So imagine trying to do that with maple syrup or maple sap. So, do you have pancakes without maple syrup?
Isn't that the next fucking Google question on there?
It says that pancakes, the first recorded mention of pancakes dates back to ancient Greece, 600 BC.
Oh, they certainly didn't fucking have.
They didn't have syrup.
Well, I mean, they didn't have syrup in
They didn't
Greece.
even have
No,
fucking
wait.
tree growing out there. What the fuck were they doing?
They had souvlaki.
Hey, let me just make a statement right now. If you got pancakes with no syrup, you're fucked.
Right, that's true. That's true.
Fucked.
You're broke. That's basically
You're fucking broke.
you're a caveman. No, what did it say, Sean? Say that again.
It says the first recorded mention of pancakes dates back to ancient Greece.
But what did they put on it? I mean, think about olive
say.
oil. They put olive oil on it.
I mean,
I don't know if
put
that's going to
anything sweet on
necessarily
it.
qualify
Yeah,
as,
is that a
as a
pancake?
fucking hot cake.
Yeah, at what point does it become a pancake?
Yeah, like a hot cake.
If it's from a pan, it's a pancake.
No, come on. You can put a lot of shit.
Maybe how about we look up the first buttermilk pancake?
Wait. Okay, we know there's such a thing as a crepe.
A crepe.
Right.
Crepe.
Crepe.
And there's a crepe block.
Right, and so now a crepe is like a French pancake, kind
Yes,
of, right? It's a thin ass motherfucking thing.
Yeah, fuck a crepe.
Hey, don't be like that.
Nah.
What is wrong with you? You need to travel more, my friend.
I'll stay in the pancake lane.
No, listen, I'm not saying they're better than pancakes. I'm just saying don't say fuck crepes. What's the matter with you? Huh?
Crepes.
Listen, you crepes.
Crepes.
No, but listen. So think about this, right?
Yeah.
Think about this. So that they call it, these Europeans, they didn't have good food in Europe. When they came
Right.
right? That's why they have shit like savory and all this bullshit. They had a lot of flat dough things that were cooked in a pan, but they weren't pancakes. I mean, why don't we call it flour tortilla pancake?
Right.
On that basis, Sean, why don't we call it flour tortilla pancake? Huh?
You're asking me questions I don't know the answer to, my friend.
I'm just saying, at some point, see, I think lumberjacks, the reason why pancakes took off, now listen, is because they were up in the Northeast, they were chopping wood,
Yes.
and they didn't have any refrigeration. So they needed some kind of 1 in 4 people needed some kind of flour thing that they could eat to give them the energy to be up there in that cold. And so they were up there,
Bro.
and they made this pancake, and they put the maple syrup on it, and they called it a pancake. Like a iron skillet pancake, bro. That's what they...
Listen to this, what it says right here.
Go ahead.
Are you ready?
I'm listening.
You guys invented the pancake, too.
No, son.
Yes, bro.
I'm not. I'm proud of my...
It's Indian Day forever over here today. What's the date today? The Indians did it all today. The pancakes was the very first. Are you ready?
I want to say thank you.
They are the very first ever comfort food in the Americas. Okay? Early explorers found the native Narragansett
Yeah.
Indians
The Narragansett.
enjoying Nukik.
Nookie.
Nukik. Not
Nookie.
Nukik.
Oh.
Nukik. All right? No
Stop
kahik.
it.
Listen.
Stop. No kahik.
Shh, no kahik.
Okay.
It is soft. Kind of pancake made of soft batter. Early white settlers called it no cake. Hey, dog. So there you go, bro.
Hey. I want to say thank you to the Native Americans
For
who
inventing
made the first comfort food was pancake no kahik. Well, there you go.
So Indians had the fucking syrup.
We didn't even have pans, I don't think.
And they got the fucking, and one of them had pancakes. Somebody made pancakes. They knew what's up with that. And it was Indians. Imagine that.
That makes sense.
That's awesome, dude. And they weren't killing no animal for it.
No, I mean, but
Well-
they did kill animals, but not for the pancakes. Not for the pancakes or the syrup.
So who brought in the butter?
I mean, you can't have butters without cows, so that would have been the Europeans. But I'm just saying, they were eating this. I didn't know that. You taught me something, my friend. Thank you.
Love when we discover more historical facts.
Hard luck
For the
history.
Americans,
Hard
the real
luck history. The
Americans.
pancake.
The real Americans.
Right. So that's what I don't understand about that's what I don't understand about the waffle. Because it's like, the pancake makes sense. Why do they need the grid in the waffle? Who thought like, oh, you know what we need to do is make a grid? Why did you?
We're already on a grid. Get off. We're trying to get off the fucking grid.
Why did they need? And if you've ever seen a waffle iron, it's kind of like it's not a very good designed thing. You have to, it flips around. Have you ever gone to like a Days Inn?
Oh, bro.
Okay,
Bro.
so listen.
Oh, man,
I'm
listen.
about to break this down.
I'm
for you.
about to take this discussion on.
All right, so check it out.
Go ahead.
When you cook a pancake,
Yes.
right, and then so one side is going to be down, right? The other side's going to be up.
Yes.
You're going to get steam that comes out of the top.
Right.
And so anything that you put on the grill that is supposed to be like crispy or crunchy
Yeah.
is going to get steamed, and it's not going to be as crunchy, right?
But don't you just flip the pancake?
yeah, but then that side gets steam coming out of it.
So you're trying to get crisp on both sides.
Yeah, and so that's why waffle iron's great because it crisps on both sides.
Okay, Big Lux. Have you ever?
I haven't run into that problem, but what I will say is that I have stayed at Days in Howard Johnson's.
Yes.
And I remember when I'd be out there on business, and I'd go out to hit 6 states, and I bet of all the fucking hotels are, and I would stay at fucking those Howard Johnson's.
Yeah.
They were easy, quick, but I get there, and let me tell you something. I get there in the morning after a little push-ups in the bedroom. You know, this is when I was famous. I put some push-ups in the bedroom. Might be a little fucking gym with a couple girls weights in there. I do a little,
right.
I get down there to the motherfucking food area, the food court. I'd meet the Mexican guy in here. I'd meet the homies down there, dog. The paisas be coming. They'd be bringing all the hot food, set everything up, and they'd set all those little Dixie cups up.
Oh, yeah.
With halfway filled with the fucking waffle mix, right? Oh, man. I would throw, and I would do this every single time. I mean, I was weighing, this is when you met me.
Yeah.
Weighing fucking 220, you know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
you
225.
gotta feed the muscle.
I would get these things, you know, 2 at a time. You know? I'd start getting the oatmeal ready while the first is done. Then the timer go beep, and I go over and flip them, right?
Yeah, the
When
system.
the thing, right, it flips. It hits the little
Yeah,
arm.
yeah,
You gotta
you're
flip
right.
them.
Yeah.
And I'd be fucking running my motherfucking oatmeal. And the people would be like, everybody just standing back.
Kind of scared.
It's like he's DJing.
We'll get in there when he's done. So I'd have a couple of hot oatmeals going with the sugar and peanut butter, right? Bro, I'd get these, and as soon as I'd get the 2,
Like you were in the cell.
bro. Another 2. Bam!
What?
Yeah, I'm going back to the table with 4 of these things.
No.
Yeah, dude, I go with 4. At least 3, dude.
Yeah.
At least 3.
They're
because
free.
They're free.
Right. Because they're free.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
you guys got to give us. You got to give us a few minutes.
Give us a few minutes. We'll be right there. Yes.
Yeah.
Triple layer, quadruple layer.
Yeah, but you guys got to remember, those ones,
Yeah.
like they're yeah. If you pull them off a little early, they're kind of fluffy.
Yeah.
But they kind of like collapse as they cool down. A
That's
little bit.
true.
Like, they're not really. It's not like
That's
eating
that
something
steam.
that thick. It's that steam.
Yeah.
So you can take down 3, 4. It ain't no problem. But bro, I would do the whole thing with it. I'd be like, we don't want this guy to stay here ever.
Yeah, they had a picture of you up. It said, if you
Don't ever come here. I'm
No,
like pushing
it's
chairs
like a
together.
cons-
I think I'm fucking, you know.
I own this food court. It's like King Farouk in the fucking. at the Days Inn in Scranton, Ohio.
A little disposable little bag, everything's and I got them all. I think I'm doing
Whole
something.
entire Mormon families waiting to eat. They're like, don't bother. We'll wait, sir.
And I'm surrounded with free shit and lots of it.
Putting apples in your pocket.
Peanut butter's in my pocket.
Dude, I did the same thing, bro. I did the same. I'm like, dude, I'm going to make this thing work for This is all that. I'm not going to buy lunch.
I'm not going to need to eat for the next 9 hours.
Exactly. The fucking cereal, the milk, all that shit, bro.
Because you want to know
green banana.
That shit started with me hitting the road with Joker back in the days, dog. We didn't have no money.
Yeah.
And I scrape up enough, either I'd have to drive 2 states over in a fucking rental car, or maybe I'd get a flight and drag the shit.
Yeah.
And every nickel count.
Dude.
Every penny. So we go to a place like that, and I'd fucking
hit it.
Oh, I'd be wrapping those things up to go.
Right.
It's going to be dinner, too.
He's like, try out.
I'll eat this on the bus home.
Exactly. Bro, I would do the same exact thing. I would sit there, and you know what's crazy is it's like I almost wouldn't pick a place where there wasn't a free breakfast involved.
Yeah, like this has to work for me. Right?
Like it's the same price. What am I doing?
Yeah.
What am I, a
I
fucking
gotta
idiot?
get all this. Yeah.
I go there. And,
Every place should come with a free meal, you start thinking.
And then on top of all of that, you'd start to kind of like, you would see different levels of free breakfast, right? Some of it, right, you'd go to and you'd be like, hey, there's sausage gravy. There's a white, foamy sausage gravy. That's probably hasn't been changed in
How about
like
you go
decades.
to those real low-end places, dude, and it's that box that you get from Smart and Final of those little breakfast Danishes that are individually wrapped.
Oh, that's no problem.
You know what I'm saying?
And
they got them all laid out on a little platter.
Yeah, it's
All
got like a
apricot.
windmill. It's got like a windmill.
Yeah, and they got them all laid out.
Cheese Danish.
Right, see, and then they got the cup, and the cups aren't even the real size cups.
No.
They're like this thing that's a weird fucking in between a baby Dixie cup, right, and this other cup. It's like its own size.
Like from an insane asylum.
And you cannot, because by the time you walk away, you almost finished. So you have to make 2, and the lids, these lids wouldn't fit on anything other than these cups that are there, right? And there's no fucking creamers. It's all that powdered shit in the little individual fucking, it's the little individual ones, dude. Not the fucking, they ain't giving you all that, you know? And then some bunk ass, some sugar from like a restaurant that closed, like the Charter House, right? That fucking, been like the old
Chinese
Junior
letters
Sugars,
on it. Yeah, exactly. Totally, bro. And you still make that work. You're like, well, I ain't complaining.
I start dipping that shit.
Or like that juice.
Nice and full. I eat like fucking 10 of those things, huh? You're like, I'll just have to eat fucking 10 of them.
Right, I'll just sew them all together, make one big one.
Hopefully they don't stop me, because I'm coming back like 10 times to get.
Or how about
Hopefully
when you
nobody
start,
says anything to
when
me.
you start getting kind of a bad attitude because they ain't refilling shit that fast? You're like, hey, man, let's go. Let's go.
Yeah.
I ain't got all day, bro.
Yeah.
As soon as where's the new shit? Yeah, bro. All right, well, fuck.
We get a new pot of coffee going.
Oh, the coffee.
Yeah.
How about the same exact thing with the cups of coffee? It's exactly what you say. It's not like a venti. It's not like a small. It's like some fucked up size.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. Well, who just walked in?
Those were my 7 o'clock. Let me just make sure that I'm right on this so that I can make sure we're not fucking anybody up right now.
Dude, we didn't even get to the story about Matt Schlapp.
Who?
A staffer for Herschel Walker's Senate campaign alleged that longtime Republican activist Matt Schlapp made a sustained and unwanted and unsolicited sexual contact with him while the staffer was driving Schlapp back from Atlanta. Well, you know Atlanta.
I'll tell you right now what we should do. We should clip, stop.
Yeah.
We should come back and finish the second part of this show.
Okay.
Flap Schlaps.
which is Flack Schlapp. And what's this guy's name?
Matt Schlapp.
Matt Schlapp.
This dude,
The
when I read
Flapjacks are Matt Slacks, right?
Fap
So-
Schmacks.
So let's cup this here. dog.
Yeah.
We'll we'll finish this show because what we're gonna have is we're gonna have these guys on right now, and these guys can be on for an hour and 10 minutes or so.
All right.
And then
And then
Armin, the rapper, comes in,
All right.
and then after Armin's over,
We'll just finish up.
finish up this show.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that gives us a good 4 shows.
All right. See you.
All right, bye. You take a pookie, you take a bag, you take a lighter, and there you have the facts of math. Bum, bum. The facts of math. Bum, bum. What was the first show we did? That was the Christmas show. Then we did the Pancake show.
Right, we're picking back up on the Pancake show right now.
The Pancake show was about an hour, though, wasn't it?
No, it was 30. So you started talking about the dude.
Okay. Got it.
So,
So let's pick it back up. Are we going?
yep.
All right. Welcome back to part 2.
No, it's just one show.
Pancake
okay.
was only 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Unless you want to do another.
No, you're right. You're right.
No, that's why I asked the
You're
blue.
doing everything right.
Welcome to part 2, the Buttered Pancake Show. I was just getting ready to walk you through the story about Matt Schlapp, right?
He got slapped.
Dude, he so to
Or
set
he's the one slapping.
he's fapping. This Matt Schlapp. All right. So remember the Herschel Walker Georgia runoff?
Yeah.
Remember,
Yes.
like they had Herschel Walker up there and he was talking crazy. Okay. Well, he had a staffer, right, who was assigned to this guy named Matt Schlapp. And Matt Schlapp is
Not Matt Stafford.
No. He is the chairman of the American Conservative Union, right? So these guys raise money, they're behind the scenes, they're lined up with Donald Trump.
Okay.
All right. So the staffer for the Herschel Walker Senate campaign, right? He says that Matt Schlapp made a sustained and unwanted and unsolicited, sustained. I mean, really think about that. He didn't just say he grabbed my dick. He said it was a sustained.
Like a sustained grip?
Like
What?
it was like ornery.
Sustained?
Sustained. It was like more than just a passing
Wasn't
glance.
subtle. Sustained.
Did it leave a stain?
Yeah, like it left a stain.
It was a suspect stained grip.
Yeah.
Right. The staffer said the incident occurred on the night of October 19th when Schlapp, chair of the American Conservative Union and lead organizer for the influential Conservative Political Action Conference, groped and fondled
Groped and fondled.
his crotch in his car against his will after buying him drinks at 2 different bars. And, like, you got to see, I wish you could see this guy, like Matt Schlapp. He looks exactly like what you would imagine the chairperson for, like, the conservative, right? Like, the political action committee. He's a white dude, little beefy around the cheeks, right? Kind of looking like a senator. Or
High
something.
and tight haircut.
Right. And he's married. He's got a wife.
Sure, he's got 2 kids.
Right. Mercedes Schlapp is her name, right? She was Donald Trump's press secretary after Hope Hicks. So, you know, he's dialed in, right? So he's down there.
Oh, he's dialed in, all right. He's dying to dial himself into them pants. That
I
boy
don't,
is.
but think about at what point, like, where, when you're like a over-the-hill, beefy, white, conservative dude in his suit.
With
you're-
6 martinis in you.
Right. Like, what world are you living in where you don't know? It's not like the guys that set him up with this male driver from Herschel Walker's staff was like, yeah, and he's really into man-on-man sex. So whatever you want to do, if you want to grab the goodies, go ahead. It's go for it. Whatever you want. Sky's the limit, buddy. It wasn't any of that. It was, this guy's your driver, and then this guy in the back's like, you know, maybe I ought to just do a reach around. I mean, I don't know how he feels about it, but does it matter? I'm the boss. I'm just gonna go and see if I can grab his yarbles. See what pops back. Maybe he'll like it. Maybe Really think about
I mean,
that.
you'd have to be sitting there not stopping anybody for them to get a handle on your junk through your pants.
Well, you're driving. Oh. You're 10 and 2. And he's grabbing 3.
Oh, you grabbing 6.
But just think about what kind of a guy you are where you're like, I'll just reach over and grab this guy's junk. I don't even know him.
And he's in the passenger seat.
Yeah, he's driving him around. Buy him a couple drinks. Hey, what do you
like that? You're feeling a little lightheaded, huh? You like that? You like that, huh? How about that? You like when I do that, huh?
Listen, we're not for marriage equality or any of that stuff, but let me get you in the car. Let me grab your junk. And let me really pummel it. Let me pummel your stuff.
Don't run from me.
Listen, this is okay. I learned this in the Boy Scouts. Don't worry about it.
That's what he probably told him. No, they said this is all right. It's normal.
The staffer described Schlapp, who had traveled to Georgia. Right, they're in the South. Right? I mean, this is good old boy country. Traveled to Georgia for a Walker campaign event as inappropriately and repeatedly intruding into his personal space at the bars. So, and you're at the bar, you're just the measly driver, you're a guy, you're probably heterosexual, and the boss is this big, beefy, kind of like creepy guy, keeps invading your space. Am I talking too close to you, buddy?
Yeah.
Come here!
Right, being inappropriate with you.
Right, putting you in the head, kind of hitting you on the hip a little bit, a little weird. He said he was also keenly aware of the power dynamic with Schlapp, widely regarded as one of the most influential figures in national conservative politics. I mean, really think about that. It's a conservative politics, and the guy's acting weird, making you feel uncomfortable. Schlapp, the staffer recalled, said he'd wanted to spend the evening discussing the staffer's professional future. Listen, young man, I want to talk to you about I want to mentor you.
Yeah.
Help you with your career. It was a public space, and I was thinking that he got...
You want a career in this field? Unzip those pants, boy. That's what they meant.
Gravy Leg University.
Yeah.
I did not...
Get that thing up or you're not going to have a career, punk.
It was a public space, and I was thinking that he got the hint. So it's like one of his ham hands was going down there. He was like slapping it away, right? I did not want to embarrass him, but it escalated.
And I was getting a boner.
It was kept going. We are withholding the staffer's name at his request, citing the concerns of drawing attention to himself while embarking on his first weeks in the new job in Republican politics. Listen, I just got my job in Republican politics, and I'm being groped by men.
Being molested.
Yeah, I don't want to give my name out.
They said that it was different on the conservative side.
Imagine this is what this sounds just like what happens to women.
This sounds just like Trump doing what he normally does. Grabbing people's crotch.
Right. Ben Carson.
That's part of the whole, right?
Yeah.
Republican thing.
That is what it is.
Yeah.
Right. There's just,
have a couple drinks. Let me just do what I want.
Jousting.
Yeah.
We're just wrestling.
After 2-3 drinks, there are no fucking red tape left. We can do whatever you want. We're Republicans.
Listen, just because we have a little fun together doesn't mean we're gay. Come on. Listen, who doesn't like a little horseplay? You know what I mean? A little, hey, look at this bump on my shoulder. Pop. A little, making some pup tents together. Camping. It's just camping. That's all that is.
A mouth is a mouth. Hand's a hand.
Right. Exactly.
Hand-to-hand combat.
What's the matter? A whole mano y mano. A hole's a hole as long as there's a little heat in it. In his statement to the Daily Beast, Schlapp attorney
Jerk that wire. Jerk that wire. Jerk that wire.
Doesn't take long, old blue eyes. Doesn't take long before the old tractor beam lands on you.
Jerk those wires.
Let me trim those eyebrows.
Jerk that wire.
Don't worry, it's uncircumcised, so it doesn't count.
Yeah.
Don't show her.
So,
all right, so listen.
Crazy to me.
So the staffer in his late 30s recalled that while he drove Schlapp back to the hotel, Schlapp put his hand on his leg, then reached over and fondled his crotch at length while he was frozen in shock, calling it scarring and humiliating.
He was like this, trembling.
Right. I mean, he's trying to maintain he didn't want to cross over into the other lane. What would you do? I mean, seriously,
I'd be like, fucking unzip that motherfucker. Get out. Get your mouth on that thing. Stop playing around with it. Put your mouth on it.
Right,
I'd have been like, what do you do?
I mean, he's driving down the road.
I'd have make sure the motherfucker doesn't have a seatbelt on, and I'd run into a tree.
Slam the brakes on. Oh, he grabs your
Run
shit.
straight to a
Rip your dick off in the fucking impact. He said it was scarring and humiliating. When they arrived at the hotel, the staffer said Schlapp invited him to his room. The staffer said he declined and left as quickly as he could.
He said, let's get those pants out of the way.
Listen, and I don't know if you
Come upstairs and let's get them pants off.
Do you smell what I've been cooking?
Man.
Why don't you come up to the room? We can get room service. I'll get you a Rob Roy.
And we get them damn pants off you.
Get your Shirley Temple. Whatever you want, kid.
Fuck,
he informed the campaign about the incident the next morning. How do you tell the campaign? Like, they go, listen, your first week on the job, don't be an asshole. We're going to let you drive Schlapp around. He's a big wig around here. Don't make an ass of yourself. You get in the thing, and the guy's like, yeah, come here. Give me your sausage. And then, like, you're like, come on up to the room. I got something to show you. No, that's all right. I'll stay down here, sir. And then, like, the next day, you're like, how do you... Boy, you look a little shaken up, Tim. Are you all right? I don't know how to tell you. But last night, whoosh, things got out of... He's handsy. That Schlapp is handsy. When the staffer got home that night, he received a call from Schlapp. Shortly after midnight, according to the call records the staffer shared with the Daily Beast, to confirm that the staffer would still chauffeur him around. But after confirming he would drive him, the staffer broke down. He then recorded a series of tearful video accounts detailing the evening, which he shared with the newspaper as well as with two people close to him, including his wife. So this guy's married. So staffer called. So he doesn't go up to the room. Staffer sobers up a little bit, goes, God, maybe that didn't go so well. Right? Schlapper goes, I'm going to call this guy. Listen, everything's all right, right? Like, you're still going to drive me around tomorrow, right? Staffer's like, I guess, I don't know. Then he cries. He makes a video. He calls his wife. You're not going to believe this, honey. What's wrong with me? This is okay to happen, he said in one of the videos. I don't know what I did. It's very sad that this is okay. In another video, the staffer narrated the events in regards to Matthew Schlapp, chairman of CPAC, who approximately 2 hours ago put his hands on me in a sustained and unsolicited and unwanted manner. Matt Schlapp of the CPAC grabbed my junk and pummeled it at length. And I'm sitting here...
Pummeled it? Are you beating him up? He start punching him?
Pummeled it at length. And I'm sitting there thinking, what the hell is going on that this person is literally doing this to me? From the bar to the Hilton Garden Inn. The Hilton. I think they have a free breakfast there. He has his...
He was trying to get his free breakfast in the evening time. He's trying to get it in the middle of the night a free breakfast.
Let's go with soft-boiled eggs.
He's trying to get a fucking sausage.
Soft-boiled eggs.
Sausage in the evening time.
Scrambling eggs over there.
Wake that thing up now. I can't wait for breakfast. I want chorizo and eggs now, boy.
Crotch butt skillet.
Like my smothered underwear, boy. Yeah, so this guy's a real conservative scumbag. He is.
Yeah. So
what's coming of it now?
Well, Schlapp then says, please give me a call. The guy says, I can't do it. The campaign manager took him off the driving thing. The campaign manager is not down with it. In like, just so you kind of understand, right? Like, let me give you the wiki on this Matthew Schlapp. This is real crazy. Like, this is insanity. Things couldn't get much worse for Republic. Dude, do you understand how much of a fucking shitstorm, like shitting the bed, the Republicans have been doing in the last 2 weeks?
Oh,
I mean, not only do they have these like weird pervs, running their fucking shit, they got a guy, George Santos, okay, New York, This guy's a Republican, got voted in. He made up everything on his resume. Claimed he went to schools he didn't go to. Claimed he had a grandmother that was killed in the Holocaust. Said he was Jewish. All this stuff that turned out was complete lies. Total lies. And when they asked him, well, you said you were, he's from Brazil. They were like, you said you were Jewish. And he said, yeah, I'm Jew-ish. It's a true story. Ladies and gentlemen.
That's hysterical, bro. That's great, bro. The motherfucker said that with a straight face.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, I'm Jew-ish. I'm Jewish-like. I didn't mean to imply that I was actually, ladies and gentlemen.
That's genius, kind of, bro. To be honest with you. Yeah, Jewish. That's a fucking. I never heard that, bro. That's good shit right there.
That's the first time. And so he lied. So and right. So he's like kind of like like this fat schmoopy guy. It's technically elected to the House, to Congress, but like because he's such a liar, he's a total pariah. So on C-SPAN, there's like a sport going on right now where people just watch him staring off into space because no one will talk to him. Because he's such a liar. Yeah. So, like, he's sitting alone trying to look like he's doing something. Like, he'll be grab his chin and just kind of stare up. And there's empty seats all around him. Now, what's going on while that's happening, right? So there's a whole thing in the news of people just wondering, has he talked to a human being yet, right? They have press conferences where people are following him. And he's walking nowhere. He walks into a dead end. He tries to get away from the press because they keep asking him, like, why did you lie?
Why did you lie?
And he's like trying to walk, like biting a pen, like trying to walk away in the car, but he doesn't know where he's going. So he'll walk into a dead end in the basement. And he'll be all live on television, and he'll turn around and act like he was going somewhere, and be like, "What? Oh, okay." And then he'll like walk around. And there's like a whole thing. So while all that's happening, right, man, my wife, I'll be like in my office laughing like this, and my wife will be like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" While that's going on, right? Kevin McCarthy in the House of Representatives. The Republicans have a majority in the House, and so then when you have the majority, you're supposed to be able to just elect the Speaker of the House. Speaker of the House is the third in line to the president, right? So God forbid Biden, God forbid Kamala. The next in line is the Speaker in the House. They can't elect. They have the majority. The way it normally goes, the way Nancy Pelosi was the Speaker of the House for so long was because the Democrats were the majority. And, you know, you are all on the same team. And you go, okay, who's going to be our leader? It's Nancy, right? Maybe there's a little bit of deal making, a little bit of backstabbing. And then it's Nancy. And then that's it. We don't have a problem. We move on with our lives and we do shit. The Republicans, they can't elect a Speaker of the House, even though they have the majority of the House. This guy, Kevin McCarthy's in a shitstorm. So, like, you'll see Kevin McCarthy, and he's sweating, and he's yelling at people trying to make deals. But these MAGA, there's 20 MAGA Republicans that refuse to vote for Kevin McCarthy. So he's sitting there trying to make these deals, right? And this is the red wave. They were going to fix everything. They can't even elect it. They've had 11 votes, 11 elections, and they can't get a leader because 20 holdouts won't vote for Kevin McCarthy. So there's this fighting going on. The Democrats literally are buying popcorn and they're just like watching the Republican brand just go down the toilet. And then behind them, you see lonely George Santos staring off. And nobody will talk to them. So it's the biggest shitstorm. And on top of all that, now you have the chairman of one of their biggest political groups being accused of basically male sexual assault of a regular guy that was trying to be a conservative and working for the cause. That's where everything is at. It's insane.
Unbelievable.
It's insane. I mean, I don't understand how anybody can really look at this and think like, okay, so we're not going back to normal. Something is really going to break here. Something crazily is going to break. I don't know. I guess I turned to you guys to ask you guys, but you guys are like busy on other shit, I suppose. But like, Sean, what do you think? You're kind of like a political dude. I mean,
not really, but yeah, I do turn an ear towards it and just kind of watch it from afar, I guess. But yeah, it's crazy. They're fucked up. A lot of shit's going on.
Big Lux, does it impact you, or do you think about it at all, or are you just only when I come in here and start crying and laughing? It's like,
I'm still a little bit. I still don't understand politics completely. Our American political system, like Speaker of the House, and like it gets confusing.
Right, that makes sense.
But I understand the Republican and Conservative parties, what they are. I understand that there's a lot of shit going on right now over there with those guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, I count on you to come bring these stories and explain.
What's crazy about what's going on is that
I count on you. We count on you, and so do the listeners, to break this shit down.
Well, what's crazy is that, like, I am almost finished with a book that I read called The Long Alliance, and it's about Biden and Barack Obama, right? And from a when you stand back, you don't really think about it too much. You don't really think about, Barack Obama was the president for 8 years, and then there's Uncle Joe, who's kind of like this fucking Trans Am guy, but like now he's got Alzheimer's and all that kind of shit, right? And it's kind of like, you don't realize how much complex gamesmanship and shit goes into all this stuff. It's way more complicated. And unless you read like a book where you are introduced to the personalities and where they were when they started, it's really hard to understand why things look the way they look from like the outside, where you're a casual person trying to live your life and you just kind of see these personalities, but you don't have time to get involved in like really looking at this and understanding what the power plays are, or why things are working or why things aren't working. And like, just real quick, like in the most sort of simple terms, like, Biden had been in the Senate for like 30 years. I mean, he'd been like in the Senate for like 30 years, during segregation and all that shit. So he'd been a senator for like he was old when Barack Obama showed up on the scene, right? You had W for 8 years and everybody got burned out on W. People forget, but the world was sick of the United States at that point because we had gotten into Iraq. Remember? And like, we got into Iraq because supposedly Saddam had weapons of mass destruction in the back of trucks. And then it turned out none of that was true. But we'd wasted all this money and lives and all this bullshit. Everybody was sick of our shit. And you remember, we had started out on Afghanistan and everybody was with us for Al-Qaeda. Then it was Iraq and Cheney and Bush, and it was out of control. Everybody got burned out. So Barack is like 45 when he shows up in the Senate, and he's brand new to the Senate. And there's like layers to this game. Well, when he shows up, Biden's a senior senator already, like a Mitch McConnell type. Like, he'd been there. He knows the ropes. He'd fucking jerked off everybody in this fucking building. He knows. So when everybody was telling him, like, yeah, this Barack, he might be the one, you know, Biden was like, yeah, I've heard that about 50 billion times. New face shows up, doesn't fucking, and Barack didn't know a lot, right? So for him, for Barack Obama to beat out Hillary and Biden and Bernie Sanders, I mean, all of those people, he beat them out. It was a super fucking long shot. But when he beat everybody out, and you gotta remember, Biden was already a senior guy, and he was international. People, this is why everybody, he'd already been on the international scene. So he'd already been doing diplomacy for a long time. So when people started trying to figure out, well, who's gonna balance out Barack? He's a young, unknown, not tested really, smart guy. How do we balance out the ticket to pick up the Pennsylvania blue-collar white guys, right, who might not vote for an African-American or Barack Obama because they never heard of that guy? That's when they brought in Biden. And Biden didn't want to be the vice president. Second banana to this kid that just showed up. That whole thing is fucking phenomenal when you really look into it and start to understand the personality dynamics and how those two together somehow beat out, right, McCain. McCain's dead. Nobody remembers that guy, but that guy was a big name.
Yeah.
And they brought in Palin. Palin was the beginning of Trumpism, or at least an early signal of where this country was going. Nobody, right? So I'm reading this book. So it takes you through that piece, and then it takes you through the presidency of Barack Obama and like what the partnership really is between Joe Biden and Barack. And you find out that Barack really is smarter than Joe. Joe learns a lot from Barack in certain ways, but also Joe knows how to cut deals in the Senate and deal with these old fucks and Mitch McConnell and all that kind of shit, right? Then the book goes into what happens with Trump. And what people don't know is that Biden's son got brain cancer. Bo, who he loved and who worked with his dad, and they were close, and Bo was supposed to like carry on the political legacy. He got brain cancer in the like last year of Barack Obama's presidency, and it was out of nowhere, and he died, and it destroyed the family. People also don't know that Joe Biden's first wife and child died in a freak accident. So this guy he'd lived probably 8 lives.
And his other son's in fucking...
Well, his other son has a fucking addiction problem.
Right, I know. Makes crazy videos and shit.
Right.
Naked with crack pipes. Yeah.
Dude, Ted Cruz sent out a video with him naked, and that could potentially be a violation for republishing porn, like a nude, right? Anyway, that's a whole other thing. But what's crazy is that as I'm reading through this book and I'm reading all the decision points and all of the thoughts that went into everything, I mean, it's so easy to forget the Affordable Care Act. Like, you're like, hey, now it's in there, but that was a major change when they put in health insurance. That was insane. So now when you look at Biden now, and yeah, he was a lifelong stutterer. That's why he talks like that. He was a lifelong stutterer. So Trump gets in the office. Dude, it's even interesting to read the book how Biden and Barack Obama were trying to nobody thought Trump was going to win. Nobody thought that. And nobody thought that Hillary would lose to Trump. Except Biden started hitting some warning signals because he started to realize that Hillary was not able to pick up the Pennsylvania blue-collar workers, that he could. He was seeing that these guys didn't trust Hillary. And then, of course, I'm in the section where he's running for president. He's maybe one of the oldest presidents we've ever had. And how what happened in those Trump years changed his energy and changed his brand to be like, because everybody, for the first year that Trump got in the office, everybody who had been in politics for a long time was like, how the fuck did that happen? Nobody could understand it. Nobody could understand it. And it took a long time for even like Barack Obama to realize that something seriously had changed in the political landscape. And the reason why I'm bringing all that up is to say that's where we're at now with this situation in the House with these conservatives that they're not really conservatives anymore. Like, they're not. It's not like it was. It's not like Reagan. It's not like Bush Sr., where it was like, oh, what's a conservative? Well, he's kind of like small government. He wants to lower taxes a little bit. You know, he doesn't want people to get too crazy, too wild. I don't necessarily agree with that, but I can see the stoic aspect of that, and I agree with that. It's gone beyond that now. Now it's like you have this group of people that are a grievance party. They're whiners, and they complain, and they bitch, and they yell, and they don't like anybody but themselves.
Right.
And now they're starting to, like, implode. They can't rein it in. It was cool when it was some fringe people that were attacking, like, the liberals. But we're, like, past that now. They're no longer attacking Democrats or liberals anymore. They're attacking themselves. It's bizarre to me. And half of it is that some people can't let it go. Like, they can't just say, you know what? This is not the party that I used to be a part of. It's not. It's not this Republican thing anymore. I don't know what it is, but it's not that. It's gone into this shitstorm. It's a complete shitstorm. Like, it's almost as if you got to go to the Democrats and split the Democrats in two and be like, okay, here's moderate Democrats. That's the new Republicans. They're sane Republicans are moderate, middle-of-the-road Democrats who don't want change too quick. And then you got the left side of the Democrats, which is the Bernie people, who are ready for socialism. Now you got socialism versus sort of middle-of-the-road Democrats. The middle-of-the-road Democrats are not trying to roll back women's reproductive rights. They're not trying to roll back defense of marriage for gay people. They still want guns, right, to be available, but they do want smarter controls on guns so that we're not having kids getting shot up in schools anymore. Everyone's going to have to start paying their fair share of taxes, and we're really going to have to do something about the middle class. Because just like Armin said, here it's real extreme now. There's not a middle class. And if you don't have a middle class, you don't have people that can buy fucking shit.
No, you don't. That's what's our middle class has been disappearing, has been disintegrating.
Right.
I don't think there is really a middle class anymore.
No, and these fringe Republicans on this side are trying to destroy the rest of whatever's left through these like distracting, outrageous, extreme bullshit where it's like, where's that going to go? Dude, after January 6th, right, the Democrats put in place metal detectors in Capitol Hill, right? Because, well, we don't want people carrying guns into the Capitol Hill because look at what just happened, right? It's crazy out there. When the Republicans gain the majority, they can't elect a speaker amongst themselves, but they can all agree to get rid of the metal detectors. And they did. They got rid of the metal detectors. My favorite thing is Sean double-checking everything that I'm saying while I'm going, and then he sees it, and he, like, nods, and he's like, yeah, that's true. It's right here. The fucking...
You eat fucking cookies and fucking pie, and he just paid $20 fucking for a fucking flan. You know what flan is?
My cousin is
brother.
the best and loves cornhole.
We gotta really give it up to those Republicans, the conservatives. Fuck them.
Yeah, go ahead.
And let's split the Democratic Party in half.
Right.
Let's get rid of the other guys, and we'll start with our batch.
Right.
I'm like, shit, it's like
Listen,
Twilight
man.
Zone. I might go in and might not come out, so you know.
Good stuff. www.supermaxhardware.com. I want to thank our sponsors this evening, Vibes Rolling Papers. I want to also thank Enzo's Pizzeria for the great calzones that they made tonight. I want to also thank Vibes Rolling Papers, Pulpo Beard Oil.
Yeah.
Candle Buds. And yeah, always listen to the Hard Luck Show on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. We got some big news next week coming up.
Oh, huge news.
Okay, but until then, we're gonna keep a lid on it. And a big shout out to Calco and to Instagram. Jesus,
Yes.
you guys thank you. And our other guy that did the graphics of him,
Raul?
Raul Graphics.
Raul.
Are you?
Hey!
Shout out to Raul as well. And that's what I got, people.
Yeah. Ovanda Bone LLP, we wear braids of court. That's all I got.
www.hardluckshow.com.
You can already see the front of this show is going to be like a big stack of flapjacks.
Oh, dude.
Go ahead. Get in there.
Get in there.
Get in there.
Young
Give him a
Dragon.
shout.
That's my Instagram. Go check out whatever the fuck.
Young Dragon?
Young Dragon.
Beyond Dragon. Beyond
Okay.
Dragon.
Okay.
That's my Instagram.
Young
Go check it
Dragon Ball.
Get in there, Mike. Get in there.
Get in there, Mike.
Push
Get some.
fucking Chumahan out of the way.
God damn it. Mike Angelo Photography, IG, check it out. Just
Dude,
shout out
I'm
to
not
the
fucking
Lux,
hard like that.
Chumahan, Blue Eyes, Mr. Dragon Bags himself, Matty.
Fucking,
out
I was
there,
infected
listening on the
from my
podcast,
foot.
Mr. Earbuds. Myself.
See, that's the shit I'm talking about.
Fucking,
You just conjure
Right.
shit up in your own fucking...
Yeah.
Yeah, you just conjure shit up.
yeah, I hear you.
All right. All
Fucking,
right.
I was infected from my foot.
Hasta la vista from the Hard Luck Show.
Fucking, I was infected from my foot. Fucking,
I would. Boom. Cooped up swooping. Cooped up swooping. Cooped up swooping.